Welcome to all our physics class. We are studied in previous class about AC generator. We have studied about AC generator parts also studied. In that armature rotating, so the direction of current changes for every one rotation 2 times. That was studied. Today we are discussing about a DC generator. The DC generator is similar to that of AC generator, but here current is direct current DC. See here picture of a DC generator. This is to magnetic field. Then this is an armature. This brush B1 and B2. This is slit rings. We are using in DC generator slit rings. Instead of split rings, we are using slit rings. See that picture of a DC generator. This is DC generator picture. See in first picture that rotating ABCD is an rotating part armature, R1 R2 brush rings, then B1 and B2 are brushes. In here does not changes the direction of current, but variation is there. The variation of magnetic field exists, variation of EMF increasing and decreasing, but direction of current does not changes. Then you have studied motor, no? Motor picture and this DC generator pictures are similar is there. The parts of motor, same parts are used in a DC generator. Then in DC generator, armature started to rotating. So what happened? Armature start rotating means there we are connected here galvanometer. This galvanometer started to deflection. It deflects only one direction. That is called unidirection. Why? Because we are here exist DC current, so it deflects in only one direction. There is no changes in the deflection of this galvanometer. It exists only one direction. This is called a DC generator. How is AC generator rotating? Same process. This also rotating here. So the current does not changes there. In AC generator current changing, no, their direction of current changes, but in DC generator direction of current does not changes. Then graphical representation of AC generator, DC generator and DC battery. We have studied about AC generator graphical representation. How is there? The graph shows the increasing and decreasing EMF. EMF increasing and decreasing, no, in a AC generator graph. This one, the EMF increases and decreases. The direction of current also what happened here? First in first half rotation in one direction, next half rotation in opposite direction. So here direction of current also changes. This graph represents AC generator. Then DC generator graph. DC generator graph, the variation is EMF increasing and decreasing. It is only in the one direction. This represents a DC generator graph. See here EMF increases and decreases. The direction of current is only one direction. So next graph, this graph represents the DC battery. DC battery. See here, in this variation does increasing and decreasing not there. The EMF is in does not increases and does not decreases. Here we are getting straight line, no. Similar process, no change in the direction of current. Here direction of current also not changes. We are getting straight line, no. So direction of current does not changes in a DC battery. So we are studied about a graph. Next we are studying about mutual induction. See here, this picture shows the mutual induction. See, one iron core connected with a wire. Here iron core, wire here rounded with a wires, copper wire. Number of turns in primary coil and secondary coil, equal number of turns is there. In primary coil they are connected switch yes. When switched on, here connected battery, then this connected bulb. When switched on, so what happened? Here produces a magnetic field, no? That produces a magnetic field. The variation of magnetic field exists. So when switch on in time, what happened? This bulb glowing. Then you should keep switch on. What happened? This bulb does not glowing. Again you switch off means this bulb started to glowing. Why? Because there needed variation of a magnetic field. Variation of magnetic flux needed. If variation of magnetic flux means what happened? Here bulb glowing. Otherwise does not glowing this bulb. If you continuous switch on switch off this switch, so that time only this bulb started to continuously glowing. So we need this bulb. Here we are connected DC, no? This bulb we need continuously should go this bulb. So what is the method? We should use here AC current. AC current used means alternate current. So there variation of a magnetic field or magnetic flux taken place here. So this bulb started to glow. So when a current passes through in a primary coil, a induced EMF produced in the secondary coil. If here current pass means what happened? A induced EMF produced in the secondary coil. So this bulb glowing. If you continuously switch on offing time only, this bulb glowing. If you keep this switch on, it means does not a glowing bulb. Why? Because there variation of magnetic field not exist, so bulb is not glowing. If here connected AC alternate current means here variation of a magnetic field existing, so that time bulb continuously glowing. So this is called a mutual induction. What is mutual induction? Consider a two coil wire kept side by side. When strength and or direction of the primary coil, strength or direction of the current in the coil changes, so magnetic field or magnetic flux also changes. So induced EMF produced in the secondary coil. So this is called a mutual induction. In the principles of mutual induction, transformer is working. See the picture transformer. This is a device. The symbol of transformer, see there, that is a symbol of a transformer. Why we are using transformer? Transformer we are using increase or decrease the voltage in AC current. Increase or decreasing voltage in AC we are using transformer. So there are two types of transformer is there. Step up transformer and a step down transformer. See their picture. Step up transformer and a step down transformer. We are using step up transformer to increase the voltage. We are using step up transformer. To decrease the voltage we are using step down transformer. See there, step up transformer, their primary coil, the number of turns wire is less, no? In secondary coil, number of turns is greater is there. In step down transformer, primary coil or input their number of turns is greater than the secondary coil. No, secondary coil less number of turns is there. So in primary step up transformer, primary we are using thick wires. In secondary step up transformer we are used thin wires. In step down transformer, opposite to that step up, there in primary thick wires are used. In secondary thin wires are used. So see here, this is the diagram of a transformer. This is a step up transformer. This is used for increase the voltage in AC. So we are using the step up transformer. See here, number of turns is less now. Here number of turns in a secondary is higher than the primary. So we can represent number of turns here NP, number of turns in a primary NP, voltage VP. Okay. Next in secondary coil, number of turns we can represent NS, the voltage we can represent Vs. So induced EMF in this both primary and secondary for each turn is equal. The EMF is primary and secondary, each turn is equal. So we can calculate voltage in primary. How? Vp is equal to NS, NP into number of turns in primary into EMF E. Same process, voltage in secondary. Vs is equal to Ns into EMF E. EMF we can write E. So this represents as equation 1, this is equation 2. So we divide equation 2 divided by equation 1. So equation 2, Vs is equal to Ns into E divided by equation 1, Vp is equal to Np into E. E means EMF. So we divide in time, equation 2 divided by equation 1. So what happened here? This both cancelling now here. Finally we are getting Vs divided by Vp is equal to Ns divided by Np. It is the relation between voltage and number of turns. If number of turns increases means voltage also increases. Number of increases, voltage also increases. So the relation between number of turns and voltage is voltage increases means number of turns also increasing. So here you are understood the relation between voltage and number of turns. Next, power. Power in the primary coil and secondary coil is equal. Primary coil power and secondary coil power is equal. You have studied one equation P is equal to VI. You have studied in first chapter, no? Power P is equal to VI. Using this equation, we should calculate power both. So how? P is equal to Vp into Ip is equal to, power in both is same now. So Vp into Ip is equal to Vs into Is. So it can be write Vs divided by Vp is equal to Ip divided by Is. We are getting Vs divided by Vp, then Ip divided by Is. That is the relation between voltage and current. If the voltage increases, number of turns also increasing, so current is decreasing. Voltage increasing, number of turns increasing means current is decreasing. Here current I is equal to decreasing. Voltage increasing, number of turns increasing, I decreasing. This is the process going on in a transformer. See here the relation between voltage, number of turns and current. We can write it is equal to Ns divided by Np. This is the relation between voltage, current and number of turns in the transformer. So in a step up transformer, see here primary number of turns is less, so voltage also less, but current is high in primary step up transformer. In step up transformer secondary, voltage increasing, number of turns increasing, the current is decreasing. In same process in a step down transfer also, in a step down transformer primary number of turns increases, no, step down number of turns increasing, then voltage also increasing, so current there decreasing. In a step down transformer in a secondary, number of turns is decreasing, voltage decreasing, so current is increasing. This is the process going in the secondary coil. The transformer primary and secondary coil is there. In step up, here number of turns is less, here number of turns is greater than the primary. So here voltage increases, current decreasing, number of turns increasing. So next we are discussing about self-induction. See their picture. There two solenoid is there, no? In first circuit connected 6 volt DC. In second they are connected 6 volt AC. So when switched on, their switch also connected solenoid inserted with a soft iron core, no? When current passed through both circuit, so which circuit will be glow in less intensity? The circuit B glows in less intensity. Why? In circuit A we are applied 6 volt DC. In circuit B we are applied 6 volt AC, no? So which one applied AC that glows in less intensity? Why? Because that produces an back EMF. When you passes current means there in a solenoid produces magnetic field. In a DC AC applied, no, in that circuit there produces a magnetic field. In that magnetic field producing time and back EMF also produces there. So that circuit B is glows in a lesser intensity. In a AC passes through a solenoid, a change in magnetic flux produced in the solenoid. So there induced EMF is generated in the that solenoid. That induced EMF is opposite to that of an applied current, opposite to that and applied to it. So it produce an back, it is called a back EMF. So that second in AC applying time, that bulb glows in less intensity. So change in magnetic flux due to the flow of AC in a solenoid will be generate a EMF in the same solenoid in a direction opposite to that and applied it. So this phenomenon is known as self-induction. They are produced an back EMF, so that second AC applying solenoid bulb glows in less intensity. So inductor also working on the principles of self-induction. What is inductor? Inductor is an device decrease the current in a circuit without loss of power. See that picture of inductors. Say that are types of different inductors. The symbol of inductors they are down given. So we are representing that symbol inductors. Inductor we are using in AC circuits. Inductors are applied in a AC circuit because that changes the current in a circuit without changes or without loss power changes current in a circuit. So we are using inductors. Instead of inductors we can use resistors also. If we are used resistor, what happened there? If you connected resistor means they are lost as a heat, no? So that purpose we are not connecting resistors, so we are using inductors. So in the DC circuit we are not connecting inductors. Why? Because in DC deflection is taken only one direction. Current passes in only one direction. If current passing means that produces magnetic field, no. So if in DC circuit we connected inductor means so current passes in only one direction, magnetic field produces does not produces there, does not changes in a magnetic field, does not variation taken place. So we are not using inductors in a DC circuit. Next we are discussing about moving coil microphone. See their picture, moving coil microphone. So these are the parts of moving coil microphone. First sound enters to the parts of moving coil microphones are diaphragm, voice coil, permanent magnet. The voice coil exists between the permanent magnet. So when sound wave passes through a diaphragm, sound wave passed through a diaphragm, so their diaphragm vibrating started to vibrate. This vibration connected to voice coil also there vibrating. Then that transferred to electrical signals. These electrical signals are strengthened by using amplifier. So you understood, I think, when sound waves passes through a diaphragm started to vibration, so that time voice coil also vibrating. So these transfer electrical signals. These electrical signals are strengthened by using amplifiers. By amplifiers we are in, this is a small voice that is in the like that. After using amplification, that converted in a large sound. So like that moving coil loudspeaker is working. Next, power transmission and distribution. You have studied about a power transition in a nuclear power station, thermal power station and a hydroelectric power station. You have this about this in your last chapter. So in power station, why we are using power station? In a power station, electricity is produced in a large scale. Electricity produced in large scales for a distribution purpose. In power station, when current transmission time, their losses as a heat. So that is called a transmission loss. In large scale electricity produced in a power station, that from that distributed in different places. In transmission time there are losing as a heat, that is called the transmission loss. Power transmission from different places, there are losses as a energy in the form of heat. So we want to prohibit that. What is the method? We should insert that resistor. It is not possible. Connecting resistor is not possible. So we are reducing method is one. You know that power P is equal to VI. Without power loss, we want to reduce current. How? We should decreasing the current and increasing the voltage. So that time power does not losses. So decreasing the current, increasing the voltage. Without power loss, we can transmit electricity. So you know that electricity we are using in a power transmission power station. There are AC 3-phase using. So there are 4 lines is there, 3 phase line, 1 neutral, another one earth line. So the potential difference in a neutral line is 0. Potential difference of neutral line is 0. The potential difference between 2 phase line. The potential difference between 2 phase line is 400 volt. The potential difference between 2 phase line 400 volt. The potential difference between neutral line and phase line, phase line is 230 volt. In power transmission, the neutral line potential difference is 0 to phase line is 400 volt, neutral line is 230 volt. In India, produces a power station 11 kilovolt power. 11 kilovolt in India producing in a power station. 11 kilovolt means 11,000 volt. So in power station we are using step up transformer. Similarly, after that substation we are using step down transformer. In my power station we are using step up transformer. So here the power we can, without losing power, how we decrease the current? Decreasing the current, increasing the voltage. So that method we can use us to without power loss transmission in electricity. Next we are seeing household electrification. See their picture. See, when current comes, 2 wires is neutral and phase line is there or live line. It is connected to a kilowatt hour meter. So this phase line, afterwards you connecting there main fuse. Then that connected to main switch. In main switch there only earth connected, no. Then afterwards that connected to ELCB. ELCB means earth leakage circuit breaker. Next it is connected to MCB distribution board. In that miniature circuit breaker, afterwards you are connecting switchboard. In that switchboard the earth wire is connected to in 3-pin socket, a larger pin, no. In that we are using thin and large pin are using in a 3-pin socket, that earth wire connecting, no, that. So MCB means miniature circuit breaker connection. So there are 3 wires are we are using, neutral, phase line and another one is earth. So neutral is shows in a black color. Neutral wire we are using black color wire, phase line wire we are using red color and earth wire we are using in a green color. So like that 3 colors are in a neutral, phase and earth line. Earth line represent in a green color, phase line represent in a red color and neutral line represent in a black color. So today about a DC generator, mutual induction, self induction, then transformer. We will continue next class.